Shalom Markham. Okay, giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, double honors onto the elders, the apostles, the GMS. Okay, and honors out there to brothers, out there teaching this truth in all sincerity. Okay, it's Rukama Kapash from GMS London. Okay, back. Okay, just gonna get into a little article that I read just the other day. You know, talking about alcohol. It increases your chances of getting cancer, man. And I thought, man, this guy's, Esau, so-called white man's a damn fucking devil, man. Okay, here it is. These people, out here in the economy out there, they're having a hard time, man. And drinking's just one of those ways to cope with all the bullshit that goes on around you, man. Hey, even with us with the brothers, man. Hey, man, we live in some terrible times, man. We sit down with a bottle of liquor, man. Hey, trying to ease that burden a little bit. But it just made me laugh, man. And I just thought to myself, damn, man, Esau is trying to take away everything from these people, man. Any type of ease, that you might try to take. Man, Esau's trying to take it away from you, man. So, I just thought I'd do a video on it. You can see by the title to the article. Okay, it says alcohol cancer risk increased by drinking more than one glass of wine or pint of beer per day. Experts warned. Okay, so they come up with this new study that shows, or supposed to show, that then the current limits on alcohol, which they reckon is safe for consumption, is null and void, and really it's a lot lower, and that you should only be consuming maybe 1 pint a day or whatever it is, right? And, hey, but I'm gonna play this video quickly because it goes into it. Phone. Okay, I'm just sit back and play this.
The first alcohol guidelines in over 20 years will have a major impact on the way we all drink. Now there's a clear link to cancer, and we're told it's safest to drink nothing at all. So we asked 3 Friday lunchtime pubgoers to share their concerns with Dr. Ellie Cannon. Tracy Bedford describes herself as a social drinker. Karen Naya says she drinks with her dinner, and PJ Dooley is a moderate drinker.
It's not something that I'd really thought of before. I kind of associated it with liver damage, potentially, but I guess in our heads we always think that's a very extreme case, and that's kind of years of long-term drinking.
And I think that's one of the benefits of having these new guidelines, is raising that sort of awareness. The medical profession know that alcohol is associated certainly with breast cancer, certainly with liver cancer, and I think that message definitely needs to be put out.
So the links were there before?
It's not the links were there before, the evidence has been mounting.
I don't think these guidelines would have an impact on it. I think generally the health message that as a society we're drinking far too much has had an impact on me, and it has made me, the dry January thing, it does bother me, and I do think I probably do drink too much, particularly when I go out to the pub.
I just live my life on the basis of pretty much anything that's done outside of sort of a moderate way of living is bad for you. You drink too much, it's bad for you. You eat the wrong food, it's bad for you. You eat too much food, it's bad for you. Does it have cancer links? Pretty much, let's just say everything has a cancer risk.
Esau's basically turning everything into a fucking risk, man. The problem don't lie with consuming any of these things. Okay, in truth, right? It's really Esau.
To 14 units for both men and women. That's nearly 6 pints a week.
The science now shows that increasingly, as you up your alcohol, you up your risk of cancer. So every year in the UK, 20,000 people are diagnosed or more with cancer because of alcohol.
And as for the protective effect of alcohol against heart disease, well, that's said to have been overstated. When the guidelines were first issued back in 1995, we didn't quite fully understand the effects of alcohol on the body. We do now, but is the government simply overstating the risk? There's no escaping it. Drinking alcohol involves a risk to your health, but where does it rank among other risky behaviours? These guidelines say if you stick to low-risk drinking, you have less than a 1% chance of dying from an alcohol-related condition. Statisticians have worked out that eating a bacon sandwich a couple of times a week is in fact
It's right, it should
more
put you to
dangerous
death,
to
man,
your
because ain't no
long-term
one should be
health.
eating pork anyway, full
Even
stop.
spending an hour a day watching TV is deemed more risky. In contrast, the average driver faces much less risk from a car accident in their lifetime. Now the dangers of drink have been presented, it's up to us to make our own personal choices. Our dry Januaries, however, could roll into the rest of the year. Ashish Joshi, Sky News.
Right, okay, so that was it. Okay. So I just want to go in this and just talk on a couple topics based on this, man. Okay. One of them being, like I mentioned just a second ago, that Esau is making everything out there to be really a risk to your health, man, which really it ties in for an excuse for Esau to control everything that you consume, right? In this new world order, man. Okay, he plans to have you live on rations, man. Okay, appointed rations, all connected to the mark of the beast. Okay, and you can't go above your portioning. Okay, so this kind of is supposed to slowly put in place all that kind of stuff, all that rationing on the basis of health. Okay, 'cause that's how he's bringing in on the basis of health, right? But like I said, this new study, man, if there was such a problem with drinking, man, drinking has been done throughout the ages in large quantities, man. Okay, and they're trying to link it into a cancer risk now. Okay, but like I mentioned, man, the real source of the cancer is Esau himself. Okay, the so-called white man himself is the true source of that cancer, man, and the things that he be doing. Okay, cancer was never this much of an issue back in the ancient times, man. Okay, I mean, yeah, you could say to most part it was unheard of, man, because but at the same time, people have been drinking for centuries, man. Without issue. Okay, but let's get this. It's Sirach chapter 31 verse 27 says, "Wine is as good as life to a man if it be drunk moderately." Okay, it says, "What life is then to a man that is without wine, for it was made to make men glad." Okay, so there's nothing wrong with drinking wine or a strong drink or anything like that, man. The Lord gave it to us, man, to make men glad. Okay, so but as with anything, man, everything should be done in moderation. Okay, which is one of the words that guy mentioned, man. But because we all know, you drink too much alcohol, you drunk, and you start acting like a fool, man. You need to be able to handle your liquor. Okay, you don't want to start acting like a fool. Okay, and start doing some stupid shit. Okay, and it's this life of moderation. Okay, which is really balance. Okay, balancing things, man. Okay, which is what cancer is, man. It's an imbalance. Okay, but I'm gonna get more into that in a minute. Okay, so yeah, there's nothing wrong with drinking wine or strong alcohol, even though Esau is now trying to make it seem like you shouldn't really drink wine. You can increase your risk of cancer and da da da. And, you don't want that and all that kind of shit. But today the risk of getting cancer is 1 in 2. Okay, that's a lot, right? A lot more than ever was in ancient times. Okay, cancer was unheard of, man. Okay, um, you know. So this risk, man, it don't come down to the things that people are consuming. I mean, it does partially, but what I mean is, things are not how they're supposed to be. Okay, and I'm gonna explain myself in a second. Okay, I'm gonna just get a couple more scriptures. It's Genesis chapter 27, verse 28. Okay, so it says here, therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Okay, this is a blessing, right? This is a blessing that was given to Jacob, man. That he have plenty of corn and wine. Okay, so there ain't nothing wrong with wine, man. Okay, there ain't nothing wrong with wine at all, right? It's Psalms 104. Too far. 104 and verse 15. Okay, it says down there. Let's raise that up. It says here 104 and 15. It says, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread which strengthen the man's heart. Okay, so like I said, wine was made for its purpose. Okay, anything that's abused has a negative effect on you. Okay, eating too much meat, eating too much bread, obviously it's gonna make you feel a certain way. It's gonna fuck up your spirit and your body, man. So yeah, you'll get certain illnesses and stuff like that. Okay, that's true. Okay, but the extent that Esau is taking on that, you can only how are you supposed to get married on one pint, man? Okay, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, man. Okay, but what I'm gonna go into, man, it's that balance. Okay, that dietary balance. That's why the dietary law is there. To help balance things, man. And kind of the advisories, man, not to do too much, not to consume too much meat and all that kind of stuff. Okay, it's for your health, right? This is Matthew chapter 11 and verse 19, man, because the Lord drank a lot of wine, man, and there's a reason for that. Okay, but to say that, oh, the Lord, we shouldn't drink wine because he's gonna catch cancer, man, that's ridiculous, man. Okay, but I'm gonna read this. Okay, so it says the Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a wine bibber. Okay, a friend of publicans and sinners. It says, but wisdom is justified of her children. Okay, so they said the Lord ate a lot. Okay, he drank a lot of wine and stuff. Right? Okay, alright, fair enough. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, it's Isaiah chapter 53, verse 3. It said, he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised and we esteemed him not. Okay, this scripture is talking about the Lord. Okay, the prophecy. Okay, how the Lord would be and how he would be treated, man. Okay, he says here, he is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows. Okay, the Lord had a heavy burden upon him, man. Okay, the burden of the sins of the Israelites, man. Okay, and it grieved him to see his people in the condition that they were in. Okay, in under captivity and doing all kinds of manner of wickedness, man. Okay, so it vexed him. So he was grieved, man. Okay, he was a man acquainted with sorrows and grief. Okay, but Proverbs chapter 31 tells you this. Right. Oops. Proverbs 31 and 6 says, give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts. Okay, so like I said, the Lord drank wine for that very same reason, man. He's of a heavy heart, because he what he was seeing. Okay, and as do other people, man. People turn to the bottle, when they're sad, man. Okay, when they're grieving. Okay, so hey, that's just a thing that people do, man. Okay, but there ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, but just don't become a drunkard. Okay, the Lord never became a drunkard. He was never drunk. Okay,